My name is Krystian. Came from a FIBARO group company who is the producer of the FIBARO system. And the FIBARO group, I'm the product owner of a few departments, which are mostly related with research, with technical support, and also with the integration technology. What we are doing is the home automation system. So we are the producer, we are the manufacturer, and we are the designer of the home automation system, which is the building or intelligent system automation. So what is the home automation system? Let's think about it for a moment.
For your return. Estimated travel time, 14 minutes.
Okay, so this movie was like a very short tutorial what home automation system can be. In fact, it is really hard to, let's say, to explain what can be the home automation or what can be the smart home. I think that every one of us has some idea about it. Let's say if you would ask somebody from Europe what is the home automation or what is the smart home system, for him, he would probably say that this is the controlling of the lights remotely from your phone. The guy from US probably would say that this is the controlling of the multimedia system or audio-video system remotely. So there is not, let's say, the very exact definition of the home automation system, which can be mostly considered as some remote controlling and general integration of our home devices, the devices that are electrically connected to our home. This is also it can be a problem with, let's say, thinking about the market, because this is really hard to say when the home will become smart or, well, it will not become smart. If the smart home will be the home with only one, let's say, wall plug that can measure the current, or it will be also fully autonomous home. So we say that the smart home system or the smart home is the home where some things can be decided automatically, or it can be controlled wirelessly or remotely. So what was the idea of creating the home automation or to manufacturing home automation system in Poland? Basically, one of our owners built his new home, and he decided that he would really like to have this kind of the system in his home. So he installed it. He bought some system that was mostly based on wires, because all the home automation systems are based from industrial system. So they are wired. They are very complicated to install. Mostly for the configuration, they will need also some special engineer from another city or another country that will come to our house and program all of the logics. And it always required, let's say, renovation or changes in electrical installation in his home. And the effect of this system was pretty poor, so he told that he will just create the better one. And it was the idea to create its own very simple home automation system. So how to do this? We've created the idea that we can create the devices that all of them will be, let's say, connected wirelessly without any wires. That modules or the actor module sensor will be able to be, let's say, installed in the existing electrical system without any renovation at all. So you can install it in every home without any changes in it. And then we will create very simple user interface to control and to configure the system to make it possible to be configured by the user itself. So it was pretty analogic to the first, let's say, PC system based on, let's say, the first operating system that was not really graphical, right? So it was the main idea to create very simple home automation system where all of the modules will communicate wirelessly. But there also, we found the first problem. Why would we manufacture or create the home automation system if there are also other producers and there are companies that are much more bigger than us, like, for example, Siemens. They are making the home automation system like from 50 years probably. So it was really hard idea to us how to, let's say, beat them, how to create better product. And the solution was pretty simple. Just create better product using innovation. Simplify all the solution, make very good research. Let's say, understand only the main thing about idea of the home automation and leave it that way. So we've created, let's say we gathered some engineers from Poznań University of Technology and we've started to work on the solution. The first stage was creating the prototypes. So it was created in the house on Smochowice. So it was our first office. We've created the prototypes of the actor modules that will be able to, as I said, connect it in the existing electrical systems. So this is one of our workstations. There was lots of blows, and we always let's say, recorded in the monitoring system. It was pretty fine. So this was the stage one, creating the prototypes, creating the whole system. When we created the prototypes and one of our product, let's say, became productional, they've started to work finally, we've created the first production line that was also, in fact, it was located in the garage. So our company came directly from the garage, and it was also in Poznań. These are one of the first pictures for PCB mounting devices that was located in our let's say factory. So our first production line was made in the garage. And based of the first idea to create very simple devices, we let's say we showed to the world our first line of the product, which was the devices that we are calling the micro modules. And the micro modules are home automation actors that can be, as I said, installed just in your electrical boxes under your wall switches. So if you just have the electricity in your home, you can make it smart. And we've created first line of the product regarding micro modules. The stage two was to create the brain, because we had these modules. Okay, it's worked pretty fine. Now the next stage would be to creating the brain, to create to create the central controller, what we are calling in this type of the technology. So we've designed the home center, which is just the home automation controller or home automation central unit that is controlling all the system wirelessly. For the wireless technology, we've used the technology which is called the Z-Wave. We decided not to develop our own wireless protocol because, first of all, we didn't have time for that. We didn't want to create the protocol because we believe this is the, let's say, case that companies like Motorola, it didn't work out for them. So we've used the technology that was also innovative at that time, and it was the Z-Wave. Z-Wave is just wireless technology for communicating the data in the smart homes. This is like the Wi-Fi. There's the alliance of the producers, and each producer is making their own devices, and all of the devices are compatible with each other, the same as we have in the Wi-Fi technology right here. So we can have the Samsung devices, we can have the Apple devices, all of them are communicating using the same protocols. And this is also with the Z-Wave that we are using for the home automations. So basically creating the gateway was mostly to creating very simple interfaces, because in previous home automation system that was installed in our owner's home and also that we are knowing, most of the interfaces was, let's say, customized. So there was no dynamically created interface like we have, for example, in our operating system, but it was always more or less customized. We didn't want to have customized interfaces. We just want to have it as simple as possible. Give it to the customer, the interface will build itself automatically. What we have here is a screenshot of our scenes interface. The scenes are the, let's say, algorithms or automatic controlling, which is, let's say, at 6 a.m. turn on the lights, or at 5 a.m. Open the roller blinds, or when, as we could see in the movie, when, let's say, I'm coming into my home, then open the gate. And let's say the trigger that is the scenes depending on can be based, for example, on our GPS location, based on our mobile app. So we've created very simple graphical user interface just to make controlling of our system possible. The next step was mobile apps. So this was also pretty obvious for us, because another producer just loved to have dedicated touch screens to control the just home automation system possible. So they've sold these touch screens dedicated touch screens for example, 4,000 euros. So this is exactly the same as we can, let's say, equip all the house in our automation. This is the price of the common touch screen under the home automation system. So we figure out that we don't want to create our own touch screens. We will just use the things that are possible or available for all of us, which are the mobile phones. So we will use the mobile phones for controlling interface for home automation system. If someone will want to, he can use, for example, iPad mounted on the wall. If somebody don't have enough money to mount the iPad on the wall, can buy just any cheaper Android tablet and just mount it and control home automation system the same. So this is our interface for the mobiles. And let's say using this philosophy, in that time our company structure was really flat, so we were able to react very fastly for the changes on the market. We were able to modify our product very often, and because we've got our own product line, we were also able to create more and more functionalities in our hardware applications. So we've started to sell to Poland using our distributors network that we've created, and also after the Poland in 2012 we started to export sales as well, which was this time mostly Europe, of course. And the product became more and more popular. The next stage, which was one of our final stage, because we've got this time we got, let's say, it was already one of the most popular system in Poland, also one of the most popular in Europe. just, let's say, customers start to like in our product. They are very simple. Also, that the interfaces are very good looking. So we even thought maybe let's go one step further. Let's do something more about it. What if the devices could be more plug and play and there would be any integration at all? So the only integration that will be possible will be just, let's say, put the device in the final place. And this is all. So we've created also another solutions completely based on the design, because in fact the design and the simplicity for our company is two, I believe, the two most important things. So the things that we focus on was design and functionality. We always wanted to give something more to our product. For example, the flat sensor that can measure also the temperatures. That just put it in his final place, just it will work. The smoke sensor, just put it in the final place. All the communication will be wireless. The device will be battery powered. You don't need to connect any cables to it. So this is, for example, the smoke sensor in here. It's not looking very well. We wanted to have this device good looking, to be, let's say, smoothly good looking in our homes. And the design is, for the third part, is also the most important. This is, for example, the motion sensor. So this is organic-based design. This is the motion sensor. This is the temperature sensor. This is the light level sensor, and also the vibration sensor for example, the earthquakes. So also, of course, battery operated, and all of those devices are the smallest in the world. So we've started our export sales. Let's say we've moved out of our first building in the garage, and we've started to make our production line more and more professional, using more and more professional devices. It is one of the ways that it's looking right now. So at this stage we have our manufacturing in Wiepowama and Poznań, and this is one of the most, let's say, equipped in the Europe. We are still producing all the devices and manufacturing them by ourselves here. Of course, we received many awards. Like, I believe the most important for us was European Business Award, which was awarded. We were awarded for the most innovative company in European Union. Also, IFA Product Design Award for this flat sensor for this product. Also some Polish awards like Dobry Wzór or Męska Rzecz, where we beat the company like Samsung or LG with our electronics products. So where we are now, at this stage we've got more than 100 distributors in all around the world. We are in the 80 countries, in the 80 markets, also all around the world. We just started our US launch. It was like a few months ago, and right now we wanted really beat the market, because this is the, let's say, the biggest home automations market in the world. Probably everyone of you heard that. Also, the bigger company like Google or Apple or Samsung also turning in the home automation system with. They bought Nest, for example. Google bought Nest a few months ago, which was electronic thermostat, also for the smart home. Google bought them. Samsung bought the company which is called the Smart Things, which is also making the gateways. And just a few days ago, also Google, by the Nest company, bought the company called Revolve, that are also making the gateways for home automation system. So what will be the next step of us? At this stage we are at the 80 markets. We had, let's say, about 50 or 60 products for the wireless home automation system. However, we are still looking forward. We believe that the next step will be the Internet of Things. I believe that one of my colleagues previously talked about it as well. But it really gave new, let's say, possibilities for the home automation systems. I can give you a few examples. Let's say we've had the functionality which is called the Lily, which is the voice assistance that can be used from our mobile phones, and it was implemented by one of our main programmers, let's say as a gadget. And then it turned out we started to watch YouTube, and the people who, let's say, was paralyzed or couldn't move at all, they can only use voice. Thanks to our solution, they were able to use their homes. So just the Internet of Things giving completely new way for the home automation system. Also, the main idea is to just connect everything for the global integration, because we believe that the home automation system, let's say, is good enough as it has the most integration in it. So this is the true value of the home automation system, the integrations. And Internet of Things, because it, let's say, becoming a common platform, it gives us next possibilities, like controlling your home from your car, controlling every electrical device that are only connected to the networks, like Roombas, the Nest thermostats. We had also some examples that, for example, Tesla cars has Android touch panel integrated, and also our system can be controlled from this way. Some voice recognition system, also health monitoring for elderly people, which we have also some projects based on it, and also the power metering. So what we are heading is creating our solution very simple, very plug and play, also for the mass market customers. And this is our one of our final stage. We started to work with telcos company, with the utility company. So this is really next stage of the home automation system, where telcos company will be added some of the wireless sensors, or utility company will give some of the power monitoring system to the customers just at additional service with existing internet or utility or energy providing. So the title of this presentation is, let's say, from the idea to a factory. So this is the way that we performed in the last 4 years. We've become one of the biggest home automation producer in the world, based on the creativity of our solution and creativity of our people. And this is the way that we really want to create our product next. So